Hello everyone, this is Dr. Tariq Masood. Thank you very much for your participation. This is our channel and we are partner. Without your contribution, this channel could not be successful. So we have to work together to monetize this channel into a value. Thank you very much again. Please subscribe this channel if you haven't done so far. So today we are going to discuss emotional intelligence model, decisions making segment number 1, how to solve the problem or problem solving. So before my lecture I used to read a Quranic verse, Rabbi Shrali Sadri wa Yasli Amri Wahalal Ugdatu min Lisani Yaqfu Qawli Rabbi Zidni Ilma. So now we are here, emotional intelligence. We have delivered 9 lectures on emotional intelligence. Still we have 6 lectures remaining. So after that we will discuss personality assessment and organization behavior as part of leadership versatility index. Okay. Model of emotional intelligence, we are discussing decisions making lesson number 1. Okay, as you know, we have discussed earlier emotional intelligence constituted with 5 segments: self-perception, self-expressions, interpersonal, and decisions making. Now we are going to discuss decisions making, and on later stage we will discuss stress management. So just a recap, please you can visit and see more video related to self-perceptions. We discussed in self-perception, self-regard, self-actualization, emotional self-awareness. In self-expression, we have 3 lectures on emotional expressions, assertiveness, and independence. And in interpersonal, we have 3 more lectures we delivered on interpersonal relationship, empathy, social responsibility. So we have delivered 9 lectures. Today we are going to discuss decisions making. Again, decision making would be 3 lectures: problem solving, reality testing, and impulsive control. On later stage we will discuss stress management. Okay, now model of emotional intelligence, decisions making. So as you know, decision making constituted with 3 segments. First is problem solving, on second is reality testing, and third is impulsive control. So today we will discuss only problem solving, and later stage we will conclude with balanced emotional intelligence, where we stand as far as problem solving is concerned. Problem solving, lecture number 1, find solution when emotions are involved. Okay, problem solving, find solution when emotions involved. Problem solving is not about the quality of your solution, but rather at how effectively you use your emotion in the process of solving a problem. Your result in problem solving speaks of someone who can use their emotions effectively to focus on the problem at hand. In most situations, you keep a clear head on the pertinent issues without becoming frustrated by too much information or too many options as indicate. You take in enough information to make informed conclusion, but not so many detail that you are overwhelmed. Number 2, you confront problems head on rather than avoiding them. Number 3, there are still certain types of problem where your emotion get in the way of reaching a conclusion. So that is how the problem and finding a solution as far as the emotion is concerned. Okay, now problem solving, impact at work, and emotional implications. Generally, emotional implication for your result is that while most of the time you tackle decisions head on, there are instances when you tend to avoid making our decisions. It is important to be consistently decisive whether dealing with interpersonal conflict or performance management issues. Decisions regarding interpersonal issues would not be avoided due to their uncomfortable nature, for they can be just as toxic as a technical problem. So that is how the impact at work as far as the emotion implication is concerned. Okay, now in this slide we are going to discuss problem solving impact at work, social and behavior implications. You regularly engage in clear problem solving strategies even when emotions enter the picture, although there are still times when your emotion derail your decisiveness, for example under stress. For the most part, you make use of the information contained in your emotion rather than let those emotions cloud your judgment. Your ability to find solutions when emotions are running high, you are likely perceived as someone who can assume a leadership responsibilities where decisiveness and executions are paramount. So that is how the social and behavior implication are concerned. Okay, now in this slide we are going to discuss problem solving strategies for action. Number one, watching your limits. Our brain typically handle 7 chunks of information whether we are memorizing or deciding between many options. 7 seems to be the maximum amount of information we can effectively manage. Number second, you are stuck in solving a problem. Ensure you are dealing with no more than 7 pieces of information or deciding among fewer than 7 choices. Too much information paralyzes you, too little leaves you uninformed. That is how the things happen if you have access information or little all the time has a challenge. Okay, now in my this slide we are going to discuss strategy for action as well as decisions deadlines. For a complex issue including interpersonal conflict, set a deadline by which problem must be resolved. This deadline will help you stick to an efficient process for problem solving where you are less likely to put off deadline with tough decisions. Generate multiple alternatives for a problem and evaluate them on the basis of impact, cost, resources, and timing. Number two, set a deadline for when you will select the best single solution. Treat this like any other important deliverable and have a colleague follow up with you to ensure you have met your deadlines. In my next slide, I'm going to conclude balancing emotional intelligence as far as decisions making is concerned or problem solving. We have compared problem solving with flexibility, reality testing, and emotional self-awareness. The sub-skill that differs the most from problems solving is flexibility. Improving the interplay between these sub-skills is likely to significantly impact your overall emotional intelligence performance. So your problem solving is higher than the flexibility. Balancing these components often involves considerably different solutions to a problem. Use solutions that you know from experience will work, but be receptive to new approaches when they may offer a more optimal solution. Remember to maintain a flexible stance throughout the brainstorming process to help generate as many solutions as possible in order to resolve the issues amicably. So that is how the happening. So my next lecture would be a reality testing and impulsive control. So thank you very much for your precious time and your important input you all the time disposing to me. Thank you very much again. So please send me your feedback and comments t.masood.dr@bath.edu. Thank you very much for your precious time.